Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the History of Bigfoot, stories and encounters from the 1880s through the 1960s. I'm your host, James Mallory, and today we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the cultural impact of Bigfoot through the lens of indigenous lore. Our subject today goes beyond mere sightings or speculations. It delves deep into the essence of how this legendary creature, known widely as Sasquatch, has been part of indigenous narratives for centuries. These stories weren't just about an elusive creature. They were, and continue to be, an integral part of the cultural tapestry for many indigenous communities across North America. To begin, let's set the stage with an overview of indigenous beliefs and stories related to Bigfoot. For many indigenous tribes, Sasquatch is more than a myth. It is a being woven into the fabric of the land and the people. Tribes such as the Coast Salish, Haida, and the Kwakwaka'wakw, among many others, have tales of large, hairy humanoids living in the forests. These stories are often passed down through generations, serving not just as entertainment, but as cultural lessons imbued with moral and spiritual guidance. As we peel back the layers of these narratives, we find that oral tradition plays a crucial role in preserving these legends. Unlike written texts, oral stories evolve with each telling, allowing them to adapt and stay relevant through time. These stories are shared around campfires, during gatherings, or as part of ceremonial traditions, ensuring the continuity of cultural beliefs and wisdom. Such traditions are vital for the identity and cohesion of indigenous peoples. Now, how have these ancient stories shaped modern-day perceptions of Bigfoot? It's fascinating to observe that many contemporary narratives about Bigfoot still resonate with elements found in indigenous tales. The dichotomy of viewing Bigfoot as a creature to be feared or revered echoes widely. For some, Sasquatch symbolizes a guardian of the forest, a reminder to respect nature and live in harmony with it. For others, it embodies the mysterious and the unknown, stirring a sense of wonder and curiosity. This dual interpretation has certainly influenced how Bigfoot is perceived today, creating a blend of mystique and caution that pervades popular culture. Let's delve deeper with specific case studies of notable encounters documented by indigenous witnesses. One captivating story comes from the St. Sales Nation of British Columbia. For generations, they have spoken of Sasquatch, a term describing wild men or cannibal giants from the mountains. According to their lore, these beings are not merely physical creatures. They are also spiritual entities with powerful connections to the natural world. One elder recounted a story of how a group of hunters encountered a family of Sasquatch in the remote woods. Their initial fear transformed into awe as they observed the beings move gracefully through the forest, treating the environment with utmost respect. This story, like many others, serves to reinforce the symbiotic relationship between humans and nature, a relationship that Sasquatch embodies. Another intriguing account comes from the legends of the Zuni people. They speak of the Kachinas, spirit beings that can manifest in the form of Sasquatch-like figures. These beings are believed to bring messages from the gods and are revered in rituals. Such accounts highlight the spiritual dimension of Sasquatch in indigenous cultures, where these entities are seen as intermediaries between the material and spiritual worlds. We see that encounters with Bigfoot in indigenous stories often carry profound moral lessons, urging communities to live in harmony with nature and heed the wisdom imparted by these encounters. The spiritual and ecological significance of Sasquatch in indigenous teachings cannot be understated. Many stories convey a respect for the natural world, where Sasquatch acts as a guardian or protector of the forest. This symbolic role serves as a reminder of the delicate balance humans must maintain with their environment. Indigenous teachings often emphasize Sasquatch as a being that rewards those who respect the land and punishes those who violate its sanctity. These values resonate with the modern environmental movement, drawing attention to the wisdom contained within indigenous knowledge and stressing the importance of respecting these perspectives. In examining the media's portrayal of Bigfoot and its impact on indigenous narratives, we see a multifaceted relationship. The commercialization and sensationalism of Bigfoot in popular media often oversimplify or overlook the rich cultural context surrounding indigenous stories of Sasquatch. Movies, television shows, and books frequently depict Bigfoot as a monstrous figure, a perspective that contrasts with the more nuanced and often spiritual interpretations found in indigenous lore. This disparity can lead to misconceptions and, in some cases, a disregard for the cultural heritage of indigenous peoples. However, there is a growing movement within media to respect and authentically represent indigenous views, thanks in part to increased advocacy and collaboration with indigenous communities. This shift is encouraging and underscores the need for responsible storytelling that honors the original narratives and their cultural significance. As we come to a close, it's clear that respecting and understanding indigenous perspectives is of paramount importance in the modern context of cryptozoology and beyond. The stories of Sasquatch held by indigenous peoples offer more than a glimpse into the past. They present a timeless connection to the land, community values, and spiritual well-being. By acknowledging and appreciating these narratives, we enrich our understanding of Bigfoot, the environment, and the intricate tapestry of human cultures that have shaped its legend. In closing, I invite you to reflect on the enduring legacy of Bigfoot in indigenous lore. A legacy not just of a creature that captivates our imagination, but of a profound narrative that challenges us to listen, respect, and learn. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Each episode moving forward will discuss encounters and stories involving not just the indigenous people of the late 19th century to the early 20th century, but also the settlers of those times who told their stories about this elusive and mysterious creature. Until next time, thank you for listening.